If you're a senior and you're worried about money, Kelley Keehn is here to help you, as always. Kelley Keehn is an author, a personal finance educator, and a consumer advocate for the Financial Planning Standards Council. And it's always good to have you on our program, Kelley.
So great to be with you, Dylan.
You are just a wealth of information when it comes to saving people cash and helping them not worry about cash.
Well, try to. It's been a lot of years I've been doing this. So, yeah, it's really my mission and that of the FPSCs to help Canadians feel good about money. And unfortunately, the amount of debt everyone has, the lack of financial literacy in school as adults has people really not feeling good about money. So always great to be back and talking to you about this.
When it comes to seniors, you've actually got some staggering statistics. So how many then are worried about running out of cash before end of life?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we wanted to know what were on the hearts and minds of Canadians over 60. So FPSC and Credit Canada, we surveyed those, 1,000 Canadians over the age of 60. Half reported that they had one issue when it came to their finances. A quarter said that they were worried about running out of money before they passed away, and a quarter are also really worried about the ability to pay for long-term care. I mean, we've got a lot of care in Canada, but as anyone knows, your viewers that have had to look after a parent or a spouse or something of that sort, there are those costs. So a quarter of those in our survey reveal that they were worried about that.
Wow,
yeah.
And these are some pretty big fears.
Absolutely.
Pretty big worries. These will keep you awake at night.
Well, this is supposed to be the time that you are living the life that you put off, that debts are paid off, that you're not working, that you've got that cash flow. And unfortunately, our survey found that a lot of Canadians didn't have all of those things checked off.
Okay. Tons of other worries as well. I mean, and even coming on when they're thinking about their own kids.
Yes.
They're still worried about their kids. They have to depend on them sometimes.
Yeah, so 1 in 5 over 60 are still working, and of those, yes, some of them, we didn't get into how many are depending on the kids, but of those still working, 12% are having to delay, retiring because they're helping their kids. So that could be a drain. Of those 1 in 5 still working, 30% said they couldn't afford to retire. 13%, Dylan, said they didn't think they would ever be able to retire. So it just underscores the importance of getting some professional help. You know, you have aspirations, your viewers have aspirations. Life is complex. It's not that simple to get there. And FPSC, we would like people to know about working with a certified financial planner or a nonprofit credit counselor. Credit Canada was also the co-sponsor of that survey. But the message is getting help, not suffering in silence, right? And not thinking that you need to know it all and do it all on your own.
People even over the age of 80 are still working.
Yes, 6% over the age of 80 are still working. So goes to show you that the planning needs to happen now. It's never too late, though. I mean, that's certainly not the message that we want to convey. There's always something you can do to better your financial situation. But yeah. That's
a big percentage, of course, with our baby boomer population and our aging population. 6% is a lot of people over the age of 80.
But the good news is, of those still working over 60 is 1/3, are doing so because they love their job.
That's
they enjoy it. Yeah. And something too, Dylan, that a lot of people are talking about, it's a growing field called encore careers. So what is that? I mean, maybe you did something your whole life that you had to do, that you were trained to do, you were educated to do. Now it's retirement and you get to do something. Maybe, you were a lawyer and now you're taking up photography, or you were a nurse and now you're opening up some kind of cafe. And if you can just bring in a little bit of money, it doesn't even have to be half of what you earned when you were working. Boy, that can make sure that you retire with enough money and don't outlive your funds.
Well, 13%, according to these statistics, fear or believe they will never be able to retire.
Yeah, that's
to retire.
That's not fun. And the Financial Planning Standards Council, these are the folks that certify financial planners in Canada. We're coming out with surveys every single month almost. And last month, we updated a 2014 survey that revealed that money is the #1 source of stress for Canadians over relationships, work, everything. No surprise. It was in 2014. It still was last month again. And The thing is, a lot of people are worrying and embarrassed and laying awake at night because they just don't know. They haven't crunched the numbers. They haven't reached out for help. It may, in fact, not be as bad as they think. And even if it is as bad, at least if you have a plan, you're working with someone like a CFP professional that can map out that plan for you and help navigate. You know that GPS when things go wrong. I love the GPS.
Yeah.
You know, you go off course, it recalculates for you. That's what a pro is supposed to do for you too, right? Help you recalculate if there's a death, a divorce, a job loss, you name it. Yeah.
56% though over the age of 60 have debt.
Yes, are carrying at least one form of debt. 26% are carrying two forms of debt. So leading the pack were credit cards, then lines of credit, then mortgages. A quarter of those that were homeowners are still carrying a mortgage over 60. So the real takeaway is figuring out, do you really want to be in retirement with all that debt? Listen to this, Dylan, 35%, those 80 and older, had at least one form of debt. That's crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that can create a lot of stress for a lot of people, and especially if it's that credit card debt, it's high interest rate. If it's a line of credit, it might mean you're only paying the interest only. You're not actually paying the principal down. So definitely want to crunch those numbers, get in to see a pro to help you get out of that situation.
Okay, but 45 seconds left here, so that's what it's all about. You just need to not be embarrassed. You just need to go on in, see a pro. If you're really suffering from this issue, I mean, it's serious.
It is serious, and it causes a lot of stress. You know, in the 1960s, we used to whisper the word cancer. You didn't talk about it. Today, we run for the cure. So wouldn't it be great if people talked about their money problems? We have a great website called financialplanningforcanadians.ca. You can find a CFP in your area. Talk to a nonprofit credit counselor if debt is your problem. Reach out and get some help.
And I recommend people go to kelleykehn.com as well.
Thank you so much, sir.
Why not?
Yeah,
a couple of great websites. Kelley Keehn, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks,
as always.
Dylan Black.
Always informative. Thank you for being here as always. Have a good day.